Yo, welcome to the OG POV universe. We're kicking game from an OG point of view. And real quick, I just wanted to get on here and talk about something real important to me, and that's rap. I am done with rap, and I have a few reasons why. I'm gonna just freestyle this shit. First and foremost, we gotta unlearn a lot of shit that rap has taught us through the years, just as a culture. Culturally, rap is truly starting to hold us back. You know what I mean? A lot of the messaging, we could really just start there. I want to start with some of the messaging, some of the ideology, some of the theories. We could start with snitching. For one, if you're not in the streets, stop speaking, giving your opinion on who's snitching, why, what you feel about it. Listen, if you're talking shit from the sideline, if you're not in the streets, don't speak on that shit. One, nobody wants to hear from you. Two, your thoughts and opinions aren't even valid because you're not actually in those life and death situations. You know what I mean? You talk about people's lives. When it comes to snitching, there's no honor amongst thieves. The idea that people even expect people to hold up this unwritten rule book or code of the streets is just wild to me. The biggest gangsters ever, a lot of them have snitched. So what makes you think, these small time petty hustlers won't do the same thing? You know what I mean? From around your way. Don't be surprised. Expect it. You know what I mean? And stay your ass on the sidewalk. There's no honor amongst thieves. You feel me? And even like just from a black culture standpoint, in the prison system, Mexicans, they don't get any infractions for snitching. As long as you don't snitch on another Mexican, they're not tripping at all. And don't quote me on that. I got that I did that is hearsay from a couple different podcasts that I've watched from a lot of people who've been in the jail system, especially on the West Coast. They say that, that no snitching shit is only that's a black thing. You know what I mean? So it's like I get it. Me personally, I don't agree with telling on your man, especially if you're doing dirt together. Me personally, if I get caught up in some shit, I'm gonna just ride that shit out. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm a firm believer in just standing on 10 toes regardless of what's going on. I'm not telling on nobody, you know what I mean? I'm just going to ride it out. But that's no here or there. Culturally, if you're not in the streets, just stop speaking on snitching, okay? Stop speaking on street shit, period. For one, you gonna find just you might find yourself in a situation where your name come up in some shit just by you keep giving your motherfucking opinion. I had my brother check me on that all the time. I might be talking about this and that. He like, yo, don't even speak on that shit. Sometimes it's best not to even know certain things. So another reason why I'm done with rap is the way we treat our women in rap. You know what I mean? It goes against everything that we stand for as a culture. We're uplifting our black women moving forward. It's 2023. The days of dissing black women, talking shit about them, belittling them, fucking up their confidence, playing them out to the left. That shit's over with. You don't get no stripes for that. You know what I'm saying? Getting bitches. The whole, our relationship, black men with black women, we really gotta like come to the forefront and figure something out because the way we treat each other online, the way it's always us versus them, men versus women, it has to stop. Do I have the answers? No. But me personally, I refuse to go back and forth online, in person. You got it. I could give my opinion and leave it there. I'm not going against anyone else's opinion. I'm not going to say that you're wrong. The days of trying to be right and wrong when it comes to men versus women are over. We got to get rid of that. You know what I mean? We got to big up our women. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. I can go on and on about that, but culturally, we have to get rid of the misogyny in rap. And some of my favorite rappers have choice lyrics, but it's not nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? The older we get, the wiser we get. And with wisdom, we just move smarter. You know what I mean? So encourage everybody to move smarter in that regard. Another reason why I'm done with rap is from a financial standpoint, we've been fooled. You know what I mean? A simple example of that is, think about, growing up, it was always, oh, I paid cash for this car. I put, boom, 150,000, $200,000 cash. I got the pink slips. When in hindsight, that's a horrible investment. Why would you spend $300,000 on this year's latest whip when you're going to want next year's car? Why not just lease it? That's what rappers do anyway. And then when it comes to when people find out, oh, he was leasing that car, now you looked at as like a chump. That's corny. You know what I'm saying? That's corny. Somebody's got to speak out against that. There's nothing wrong with leasing a car. It's actually the smart move. It's the smart thing to do. Why the fuck would you buy a car for $500,000? Remember niggas is buying Bugattis for 1.5 million. That's cool. You got the bread. I'm not counting niggas' pockets. Trust me. That's not why I'm here. Do what you got to do. But from just, you ask billionaires and millionaires, they're not doing that shit. And there's probably a reason why they're not doing that. So the idea of blowing our money in the strip club, shout out to strippers, everybody eats, B. But blowing money fast is just a horrible idea. So why teach the youth that? Why do we got to continue to push that? You know what I mean? I'm done with rap. I'm done with rap that teaches and preaches blowing money. You know what I mean? Even recently, shout out to Meek Mill. Meek Mill was talking about how much, money he made off of rap and how his contract was fucked up. Um, I'm sure he was thinking about a lot of some of the money that he's blown through the years, and it's like, damn, like even the money that I did get or that I thought was going to get on the back end that didn't come, if I wouldn't have spent money here, there, or wherever else, maybe I would have had more, in present day. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not counting niggas' pockets, you know what I mean? Do your thing. But, moving forward, we just got to move smarter, I think. I'm done with rap because people are still trying to get record deals in the rap game. Why the fuck, when we got direct to consumer relationships, that means that you got your YouTube, you got your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all these different avenues, OnlyFans, Twitch, where you can go right to your market. So imagine SoundCloud, imagine a SoundCloud rapper, getting a nice buzz, crazy buzz. He's getting money, he's getting booked all over the country for shows. His stream is going crazy, YouTube going crazy, pulling in all this revenue. Imagine that rapper or that artist signing a contract with a company to where as though one, they own the rights to your masters, your publishing. They get in the 360 deal, they get money for your shows and your touring, money from your merch, money from your sales, money from distribution, and this like it's like, why the fuck would you do that? Yes, it's the road less traveled is to go the independent route, but when you talk about um leverage, it's all about independence. Look at all of our favorite artists. Let's start with Jay-Z. Independence. Rockefeller Records was an independent rap label. Rockefeller Records, Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Biggs. Independence. Yes, you can partner with labels. Yes, you can partner with different brands. But even fast forward to nowadays, look at what Yeezy's going through. In one click, they took about over $1 billion from him. In one click. He said the wrong thing and boom. That's it. It's over with. We can't give up that leverage. You talk about going independent. Yes, it's going to be tougher. Yes, you're going to have to reinvest in yourself. Yes, it may take a little bit longer to get to where you need to go. But the dignity that you keep in the long run, it has to be worth it. It truly has to be worth it. We've seen stories over and over and over how rappers getting beat out of their publishing, and when things aren't so hot anymore, they begging and pleading to get their masters back and this and that. It's like, why not start from the beginning? You know, we've seen examples of people taking upfront money and getting burned in the end because we're not privy to, we don't know about contract negotiations and things of that nature. Everybody that we meet once we get on is trying to, get money from us. You got to think about that too. Like, as soon as you get on now, you signing different agents and you moving around with people who you don't even know. That's not cool. We got to move smarter. Independence. It's got to be independence. You talk about, fighting white supremacy and the systems that they've had in place for years. It always comes back to self empowerment, self improvement, independence, community economics, you know what I mean? Financial freedom. These are just some of the terms that come to mind when you talk about, truly bossing up on, for us. We can't keep signing to white people. That's what it really comes down to. That's what Kanye's talking about. That's what Dave Chappelle's talking about. That's the conversation around Kyrie. You can't even say certain things when you're under contract with the opposition. You know what I mean? We as black people, we have ops, and they're not black. You know what I mean? Don't believe that. Black people are not our enemies. White people aren't our enemies either, but the systems that are in place are our enemies. You better believe it. This shit is not designed for us to win. So it's vital that we move smarter. So it's within our best interest to truly calculate our next few steps. Larry June said, I'm thinking 10 years ahead. A lot of rap, you listen to different rappers, you ain't learning, not you, we ain't learning shit. Fucking bitches, smoking ops, spending hella money, buying jewelry. Now is heavy drug use, codeine, pills, niggas ODing off pills and shit like that. What part of the game is that? Niggas be junkies out here. Do your thing. But I think it behooves you to just move a little smarter. I'm done with rap. That's what rap is pushing. That's what's being pushed on us. Thank God for the internet that we don't have to listen to the radio and we're not forced to listen to this bullshit. Because personally, I'm done with rap. I don't listen to that shit. I'll be in the 70s with it. Listening to 70s soul. The rappers that I do listen to, they not on that shit. I'm done with rap. Rap, we Gucci, Louis, Prada. Why the fuck are we still spending money on these brands? All black everything. How hard is that? It can't be that hard of a concept. There's so many dope brands out here, black brands. We got to go out of our way to support them. Whether it's your man shit, whether it's some shit that you seen floating across your social media, go out of your way to support black things from top to bottom. It's all high quality. It's all the same. I'm done with rap. It's like the reason why I'm done with rap, another reason, gangbang culture. I'm a heavy West Coast boy. I listen to a lot of West Coast rap. West Coast is gangbang capital, Mecca. So have you. West Coast gangbang culture is fast forward to today is now drill culture, which you find prevalent in New York, in Philly, Chicago. Chicago? Drill culture. These young boys they're not even banging out over money. They're not banging out over turf. It ain't over girls. It's literally a sport to kill. Excuse me. Online on YouTube, you find different platforms truly covering the drill culture street culture as if it's the fucking NBA. They're keeping stats like, King Von, rest in peace. Um, you always hear him say 6 to 24. That was like his numbers. His first album, he had 6 on one side to score and 24 on the other side. We don't even gotta go too far into that, but like it's deeper than rap, yo. It's way deeper than rap, and we gotta pay attention. I'm done with rap. I'll be the first one to tell you. I'm done with rap. I've gotten to the point where I don't have to listen to that shit no more. I can't listen to that shit no more. It's just I can't promote, support spinning blocks, you know, smoking ops, putting money on niggas' heads and riding around in bulletproofs. At some point we gotta level up. It's a responsibility. You got young boys looking up to you, and that's deeper than just saying that. It's young boys truly looking up to you. If you really want to make a change, you gotta do the right thing. Even if it hurts, you might have to just remove yourself. Dirk got a line on Babyface Ray's new album. I don't want to fuck it up, but he says something to the effect that it's fucked up that he'd rather get revenge instead of riches, instead of millions. It's fucked up. I'd rather get revenge instead of millions, or something like that. He'd rather get revenge instead of just living a successful life. At some point, somebody's got to say, "I'm out, yo, doe, I'm out." Remember in Boys in the Hood? Trey, they was, about to get back for Ricky. Trey riding in the wheel. Niggas locked in. It's going down. For sure. As soon as they see them niggas, it's over. I've never been in no situation like that, but I can imagine that's tough. Life and death is literally around the corner. Trey had the courage. He gets clowned to this day about that. Trey had the courage to get out the whip. That was one of the most powerful moments in that entire movie. Trey found the courage to get out of the whip. That's one. Two, the second thing that makes immediately I think of Furious. Furious, as a father was on the front lines for Trey. You know what I mean? So in the back of his mind, he wasn't just moving like he wasn't signed to the streets. The streets wasn't his mom and dad. He had a dad at home. He had a mom. And he knew that he would have consequences at home. We got to get the family structure back together. You know what I mean? It's not our fault. Again, there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You know, Black people, we're not each other's enemy. You know what I mean? No matter how much is pushed and promoted as such, you know, we are not each other's enemy. Our enemy does not look like us. In some instances, they put Black people in high positions to be the face of different movements and such. But there's higher ups pressing play on a lot of this shit. Just tap into Kanye, tap into Kyrie, tap into Dave Chappelle. Listen, man, it's way deeper than rap. I'm done with rap. I'll sit here, I'll say it today. I am finished with rap. We gotta unlearn a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? You talk about rap, a lot of our OGs in rap is fucked up. Nobody talking about it. You know what I mean? That's not no diss to them, but it's hard out here. It's hard living 60 years old. You don't got no music, no money from music coming in because you done sold your publishing, you done sold your masters, no residuals. That shit slowed up. You ain't got no motion. You don't know how to work social media. You an old head. You know what I mean? It's beautiful to see certain old heads hit internet licks and reinvent themselves. That's a dope thing. Rap, we're the only genre that doesn't show love to our OGs. Look at the motherfucking Rolling Stones. Them niggas 80 years old, they still selling out shows worldwide. We like, damn, so and so still rap? Damn, he must be fucked up. Like, why he gotta be fucked up for still doing his craft at a high level? You know what I mean? We gotta celebrate our OGs who made it through and still, has something to say. Don't be dissing the OGs, man, because that's the blueprint. Our history only goes back but so far. You know what I mean? So we keep dissing, our old heads. Like, if we got to show love and respect to our history, our lineage. That's one of the reasons why I love West Coast hip hop so much, because within this sound, within the sound alone and the content matter, there's a lineage. There's a um a responsibility within those West Coast artists: Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, J Rock, the whole TDE crew. You know what I mean? The Game. Um, all I can go on and on. Do all the West Coast lineages. All from the tree. Dr. Dre, Easy E, Suge Knight, Death Row, Ice Cube. Too Short out in the Bay. E40, Snoop Dogg. I can go on and on and on. But you listen to their music, you listen to the sound, you listen to the instruments. Fast forward to today, even the subject matter, the content is always politically charged. You know what I mean? Think back to the Chronic, dropped in 1992. Around then was the LA riots, or 93. The LA riots, Rodney King. That dropped at a pivotal time in black America and American history. That's a pivotal moment. That was the voice of the streets at that time. They had the LA peace treaty where they had the peace between the Bloods and Crips. They had never seen nothing like that. You know what I mean? There's a responsibility. That album spoke to a specific time on earth. You know what I mean? It was impactful. Yeah, there was some bullshit on there. You know what I mean? But I ain't even tripping. Again, this is a no judge zone. But as we move forward, West Coast artists have found a way to build on that while showing love to their OGs. You know what I mean? Specifically, I'm done with rap. You don't really see that all across the board. Some of this shit is bullshit. We not learning anything positive, anything substantial, anything to help us, further our own situation. They're just keeping us deaf, dumb, and blind. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. Another reason why I'm done with rap, um, our image, our imagery. You know, they're pushing a lot of different imagery on us, on the world, and they're painting us in a bad light. I'm done with rap. I sat in college classes where there were white people there who had never even seen black people in person before. Only time they ever saw them was on First 48, on BET, MTV, all that type of shit, music videos. So let's think about what music these record labels are pushing. Bullshit. Bang bang, shoot 'em up, fuck your bitch, drug use. That's all that, other cultures are seeing. They don't get to they don't get to do their homework and go above and beyond to figure out what's really going on. That's the bullshit that's just being pushed and presented to us. You know what I mean? It's different levels there, but we gotta be careful of, the way we represent ourselves, man. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I'm gonna give y'all some homework, some OGPOV homework. Watch the movie Bamboozled. It's a Spike Lee joint. After you watch that movie, you'll likely never look at entertainment the same again. Somebody's got to be willing to take a stand. And, obviously, we not talking about the hip hop artists I listen to, you know what I mean? That we listen to, OGPOV fam. Because we don't support the bullshit. But excuse me, we gotta be careful what the way we're represented. I don't care if there's a bag of money dangling. We gotta stand to our morals. We gotta come up with a, a a general code amongst hip hop, amongst black culture. We're not gonna disrespect black women. especially not in public on social media. All the back and forth, we gotta dead that. We gotta really start to, be honest with ourselves about our own finances and where we're going and how we're going to get there. We gotta be, think way smarter. We gotta think 10 years ahead. You know, we gotta, when it comes to gangbang and drill culture, we can't support that shit. That's it. That's it. Not putting it down. Niggas gotta eat, but we decide what's hot. We decide what's popping. We decide how we are being presented, how we're being represented. And watch the movie Bamboozle. It's a Spike Lee joint again. Um and you'll just look at entertainment and how we leverage our own livelihood sometimes for the and not for the greater good of the culture. You know what I mean? Sometimes we'll sell ourselves short, sell our culture short, and we don't even know it. So just do the due diligence, do the knowledge, man, and we'll figure it out. Follow all things OGPOV Universe on Instagram, OGPOV Universe on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. All the links will be in the description. Likes, share, subscribe, all that cool YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? We just, kicking game from an OG point of view. Usually I sell it, but I got enough to share it with you. Tap in, man. Appreciate y'all.